Krishna. Page 361. The song. Can you raise volume? Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
It's happening. Okay, very nice. It's already happening. Jai Maharaji.
Sundar Lala Sachira Dulala नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में सुंदर लाला सचिरा दुलारा नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में ओ सुंदर लाला सचिरा दुलारा नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में हो नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में 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 सुंदर लाला सचिर दुलारा नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में सुंदर लाला सचिर दुलारा भाले चंदन तिलक मनोहर भाले चंदन ओ भाले चंदन तिलक मनोहर भाले चंदन अलक शोभे कपलग में अलक सुंदर लाला गौर गोपाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में सुंदर लाला गौर गोपाला नाचत श्री
Yeah, sorry.
शिरे चोळा दर्शनी रामे शिरे चोळा शिरे चोळा दर्शनी रामे शिरे चोळा वन फुल माला हिया पर डोले वन फुल पहिरन पीत पीतांबर शोभे पहिरन पीत पीतांबर शोभे पहिरन पीत पीतांबर शोभे पहिरन पीत पीतांबर शोभे नूपुर रुंझुन चरणन में नूपुर रुंझुन हाँ सुंदर लाला सचिर दुलाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में सुंदर लाला सचिर दुलाला कोई गावत है राधा कृष्ण नाम राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण कोई गावत है राधा कृष्ण नाम कोई गावत है राधा कृष्ण नाम कोई गावत है हरि गुण गान कोई मृदंग ताला मधुर रसाला मृदंग ताला ओ मृदंग ताला मधुर रसाला मृदंग ताला कोई गावत है रंगन में
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
बोलो हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, ओ हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम ओ हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा बोलो हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, बोलो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम
wants to follow. What we're going to do now is, thank you all for coming. What we're going to do now is utter some invocation prayers to our gods and goddesses and their expansions and pure devotees so that they might bless this occasion with their power. Okay? Ajnanam timiram dasya jnanam janasalakaya chaksurunmitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. Yam Pravajantam Anupekam Apetavitam Vaipayana Viraka Tarvajuhava Pudreki Tanmayataya Taravo Bhajedu Tam Sarvabhuta Hridaya Manivanatosmi Bhaktya Vinaya Aparadanakshay Cheptasya Kamani Tarangamade Kripamayintam Sharanam Prapanyam Vrinde
Namaste Sharanarabindam.
Tavai Vasmi Najivami Tambina Iti Vidyaya Radhe Tamnayam Sharanantike. First, I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Stotri Sat Shushima Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Stotri Sat Shushima Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, to our Param Gurudev Grandfather Spiritual Master Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all of his divine associates, and to all the lovely assembled devotees, you all. So I'm just going to make a few announcements before I turn the floor over to Sripad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj, who will be the main speaker of today's Harikatha, or narrations of the glories of the Lord and his devotees. Last night, I think most of you were present at his class, where he was discussing the glories of Sri Gadadhar Pandit, who is the power of the Absolute Truth, the feminine part of the Absolute Truth, the feminine side, in the form of a male devotee of Krishna who took her mood and complexion in order to understand this most ecstatic divine love that exists anywhere. Does that make any sense? Okay. So he gave a very beautiful glorification. And so I just want to mention that this is a sales pitch if you didn't know what's coming. So Sri Gadadhar Pandit is Srimati Radhika herself, who came in the male form in order to see how Krishna was playing her role in order to understand her love, in order to understand what she alone relishes about himself. Even though he's God himself, he doesn't fully understand himself as much as she does. She's his power, she's his intelligence, she's his fame, she's his beauty. Being his intelligence, she knows more. So she came as Gadadhar Pandit to help Krishna play her role so he could really fulfill the desires that he couldn't even fulfill in the form of God or Krishna. So this same Gadadhar Pandit manifested in a more recent times. He came 500 years ago, Gadadhar Pandit, but he came in more recent times, a couple of hundred years ago, in the form of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. That same Radharani, who fully appeared as Gadadhar, manifested as Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, our great, grand spiritual master, so close to us all. And for many of you, your great, great, grand spiritual master. So Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur is not only the manifestation of Gadadhar Pandit, but he's also one of the chief maidservants of that same Srimati Radhika, Kamala Manjari. So in the form of a male, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he composed many books in trance of self-realization and at the same time quoting from previous ancient Vedic scriptures. So why did I say all this? Because that's not the main topic of today. It's because I'm humbly, enthusiastically, fervently inviting you to take on this auspicious day, the day after Gadadhar Pandit's appearance day, take one or more of each of these books by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. If you want to take 5, you can. And in trance, he took us to all the holy places of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Navadvip. So this is the whole parikrama of Nityananda Prabhu, Baladev himself, came in the form of this book.
Wow.
And we only have one left, where a Vaishnava Siddhanta Mala, which is where every question about the soul, us, if you want to hear about yourself, and the Supreme Soul, Krishna, is asked and answered. And Bhakti Tattva Vivek, that is the discrimination or discernment regarding what is real bhakti, what is real devotion, and what is fake. And what are the various types of real and what are the various types of fake, so we can recognize where we are and thus proceed from there. Because if you're in New York and you want to go to California, you can't get there from Florida. So it tells us where we are and how we can get to the next stage. And finally, discerning the true conception of the self, which is similar in the sense that this book helps us distinguish, and there's so much glorification of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur here, as the manifestation of Sri Gadadhar Pandit, about what is real bhajan, real entrance into that pristine, supreme realm of Radha and Krishna, and what's the shortcut, no get there way. No good, I just moved it up. Okay, so the main announcement is that. So anyway, so all of these books are any number of books, and you can just wipe out the table. These are the last few we have until the next order comes in. Any number of books for any donation, plus you get one free. Does that make sense? No. But that's what it is. Okay, so the reason I'm mentioning today and not Tuesday when the holiday is, it's called Akshaya Tritiya, is so that you might want to meditate on what you want to do on that day. Akshaya means imperishable, eternal, indestructible. And Tritiya means the third day of the rising moon. So Tuesday is that day. Whatever chanting, whatever remembering, whatever hearing, especially initiation on that day, there's sure success in bhakti. Any new auspicious projects beginning on that day, Tuesday, is sure, but inauspicious will give you inauspicious results. So not even any need to go there, but whatever auspicious activity, project, like we're going to be looking for a new, bigger, better placed building complex as the next temple on that day. So whatever new project you start is sure to be indestructible and successful. One very interesting project that was started on this very day guess what? Is the creation of the universe by Lord Brahma. Today is the birthday, not today, Tuesday is the birthday anniversary of this universe. Lord Brahma, the sub-creator of the universe, started out today. It's mind-boggling. It's like an ant on a motherboard of a computer trying to get what the human being is saying in there and how it works. So, he first created barley, of all things. Barley is the root of all grains, it's the root of all foods, it's very medicinal, it's powerful, it gives energy, and because great sages and saints and rishis didn't want to waste time cooking, because they wanted to spend their whole time in doing bhajan to Krishna and Radha. So they would make the barley into powder, dry powder, and just take that without the cooking. It gives tremendous medicinal benefit and health benefit, and it tastes good too. So he did that. Today is the starting day. Very auspicious and important day. Srila Gurudev said we're very fortunate to be able to remember and take advantage of this day. So if you like, you can start meditating on how to make it the most successful. It's one of the most important days of the year. So another great project that started today was in 1941, which is called Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, which this temple, Gaudiya Vedanta Outreach, is stemming from, which Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, stemmed from. It took place in 1941 in Kolkata with the establisher of Srila Prabhupada's Sannyas Guru and Srila Gurudev's Diksha Guru, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, established the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, not as a sectarian movement, but just to prove that Vedanta, the ultimate conclusion of the Vedas, of all ancient Vedic scriptures, all more contemporary Vedic scriptures, is bhakti to Bhagavan, that God is a person, he's not impersonal, and how to reach him. So Gaudiya means coming in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is, who is Sri Krishna himself, combined with Srimati Radhika in the most merciful, beautiful, easy access to form and activities. So our Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj was one of the 3 founding signing members. And because of that, from that same personality, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, he took sannyas, which was his sent out him, being now a sannyasi, 18 years later, to come to America and start the bhakti movement here in the West. In 70 languages are his books, billions of books in 70 languages distributed, and it all started from being a signing member. Of course, he's an eternal associate, but by his human-like pastimes. So ISKCON is just it's an English translation of Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, which began on this day. And also, because it's non-sectarian, Srila Prabhupada states in a purport in the 2nd canto that I have translated the name of my mission, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, from one verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati, which Srila Rupa Goswami actually gave us. Rupa Goswami is the main maidservant of Srimati Radhika, who became Gadadhar Pandit. I got lost. Krishna Bhakti Rasa, which means that the only price for bhakti or Krishna consciousness, Krishna conscious movement and Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti are exactly the same thing, different language. So the only price for that pristine, highest bhakti, the highest pinnacle of devotion of the soul, is the anxiety to have it. So Prabhupada is quoting Srila Rupa Goswami, who's the superintendent of the Krishna consciousness movement. So if you can purchase Krishna consciousness for any price, purchase it without delay. And then Prabhupada said it is such a nice thing. So it's a very, very auspicious day. Lord Brahma, before creating this universe of like innumerable planets, higher planets, middle planets, lower planets, hellish planets, heavenly planets, before that he got initiated into the 18-syllable Krishna mantra. And then he was able to create by that power. So we're very fortunate to be able to observe this day. It's also the opening of the Badri Narayan temple, which was closed for 6 months, opened 6 months. Today begins the summer in the Himalayas. Today begins Chandan Yatra in Jagannath Puri, and also Krishna's boat pastimes in Narendra Sarovar in Puri. So very, very important and auspicious day. Thank you for your kind attention. And so now I finish these announcements. Just to let you know, for those who are coming here the first time, as Maharaj mentioned in his last class here on Friday, that it's not only Sunday, but it's Wednesday. We go out in Hollywood Beach for singing kirtan. Thursday is Bhagavad Gita class, also with bhajans and kirtans. Friday is kirtan night with short harikatha. Saturday we go out all day. Sunday is this program, and Tuesday to Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning is Srimad Bhagavatam class. We also have lots of programs that are not the regular weekly schedule. So if you'd like to kindly sign the sign up sheet, which is right up front, then we'll be able to let you know whenever something is happening. It took too long, but at last, here's Shripad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj.
Thank you, Didi. What to speak? Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshuramlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnebhyo Namo Namah Gaura Sarchartramit Nidhi Gauram Sarvam Stuve Gaurena Pratitam Resya Bhajanam Gauram Sarvam Dade Gaurasti Kripalu Ratrina Paro Gaurasya Bhritya Sabhavam Gaur Gaur Macharami Bhagwan Gaur Prabhu Rakshamam Radha Chinta Niveshinam Yasya Kanti Vilopita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Lingitam Vikraham Bhaktya Vihinaya Parad Lakshe Shiktasya Kamadi Taranga Madde Kripamai Tam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. All together please. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Before I begin saying something, I would like to remember and pay obeisances to divine lotus feet of my spiritual master, Nitya Lila Pravish Om Vishnu Par Stotra Shad Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj, and similarly to my Shiksha Gurudevs, Nitya Lila Pravish Om Vishnu Par Bhakti Vedanta Shila Narayan Gosai Maharaj, and Nitya Lila Pravish Om Vishnu Par Bhakti Vigyan Shila Bharti Gosai Maharaj. My humble obeisances at the lotus feet of the founder of Shri Gaudiya Math, Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, and to all his prominent associates, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Gosai Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Gosai Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, and to all other associates of Srila Prabhupada. My humble obeisances to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and to all his associates, to Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari and all his Brajavasis, all respected Vaishnav and Vaishnavis, and dear guest, headed by senior most Vaishnavi present here, Srimati Shamarani Devi. My humble obeisance to all of you. Didi already announced upcoming festival, which is on Tuesday, and she mentioned, she touched all points which we can elaborate on that day. But we can start our meditation from now onwards, because it's so much subject to meditate on and focus on. And as she mentioned, any venture, any project, any donation, any initiation, everything is very auspicious on this Akshaya Tritiya. So just taking over remnants from her, we'll try to say a few words. I have 30 minutes to speak. Akshaya means, as Didi mentioned, imperishable, which cannot be perished, which cannot be destroyed. So what is that? Any material object, and what to speak of material object? The entire material world, the entire universe is destructible. There is end to everything. But anything beyond material world, I'm saying anything spiritual, is always Akshaya, imperishable. Saying so, what is spiritual? Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is Akshaya. The Jivas, which are part and parcel of Krishna, and also Sanatan, eternal, is Akshaya. The relationship between Jivas and Krishna is Akshaya. The Creator, Brahma, he claimed this in Brahm Samhita, in Srimad Bhagavatam. Aho bhagyam, nand go vrajakusam, yan mitra paramananda purna brahm sanatan. Shri Brahma, while praying to Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, is very humbly glorifying him in so many verses. But the context which we are discussing today, Brahmaji said, Sanatan, Krishna, you are eternal. You never perish. And that's why another name of Krishna is infallible, Achyuta, which never fall. Is Akshaya. It's not that in India, many people believe Krishna took birth and then he left. Means he died. That's a very material conception. Whereas according to scriptures, Vedas, Puranas, Mahabharata, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, Srimad Bhagavatam, the essence of all the scriptures describe Krishna is indestructible, Sanatan, he is eternal, he is Akshaya. Par Brahma, Paradham, Pavitram, Parama Bhavan, Purusham, Shashvat, Divyam, Adi Deva, Ajanma Vibhu. Bhagavad Gita. Adi Deva, Ajanma Vibhu. He is beyond birth and death. He is beyond birth and death. But we also hear the wonderful, glorious pastime of his taking birth in Vrindavan. This is what festival about. This is what the festival about. And this is what the festival of his father Nand Maharaj, Nand Utsav. The glories of this festival is that one who is unborn is taking birth. One who is unborn. is taking birth. That's why this is Nand Utsav. But he's not taking birth like we human beings. And he don't get birth as we get birth from our parents, from mother and father. It's not like that. The heart of pure devotees is Shuddha Sattva, pure. They are beyond three modes of nature. There is no ignorance, no passion, no goodness. They are in Shuddha Sattvas. Whereas the associates of Lord, they are even more high than that platform, and that is called Vishuddha Sattva. So the Lord comes in the heart of Vishuddha Sattva, and that's the only residence of the Lord. He only sits in the heart of those who are Vishuddha Sattvas. So Shri Nanda Maharaj is Vishuddha Sattva Makaleva. Krishna came in his heart and he transformed from the heart of Nanda Maharaj to his wife, Mother Yashoda. And from the heart of Mother Yashoda, Krishna comes to the womb. So he is eternal. Why is exhibiting this pastime of taking birth and other pastimes of his different age, youth, adult, etc. Balya, Pagan and Kishore? To make us aware what he does. And by making us aware of this, naturally, those who are sincere souls, they develop a greed. Rag Marg Bhakti Loke Kolite Prachara. They develop a greed to know more about him and to be with him in his proximity to serve him. And for that, only one price, as she mentioned, only one price. Tatra lolyam moolam ekam janma koti sukritana labha. Only one price to achieve this, and that is greed. How we develop a greed? If I've never seen cake in my life, how will I develop a greed unless I see? Only hearing cake is very nice, very beautiful, very delicious, but I've never seen, no experience about cake. How will I develop the greed to eat that cake or to relish that? When I see, and when I see everyone is relishing and saying this is very delicious, then greed develops. So Rag Marg Bhakti Loke Korite Prachara. Shri Krishna comes with his associates and he expands his pastimes here in this material planet, in this earth, on this earth, so that the jivas can develop a greed. And how the greed will develop? To hear and to speak about him. All that moment which is spent in hearing and speaking about Krishna, and all those moments, seconds, minutes, hours, is Akshaya, imperishable. First canto Bhagavatam say, Ayur harti vapumsam ude antasta janshano. Sunrise and sunset, and sun is taking away our life, taking away our life. But that moment, which is spent in discussing, meditating, discussing, chanting, glorifying the Supreme Lord Krishna, indestructible, imperishable, that's Akshaya. Anything related to Krishna, his every attributes, every feature of Krishna is Akshaya. His beauty is not like us. When we are young, we are beautiful, handsome, but middle age and when old age, no more beauty at all. All pride go in vain. But Krishna's beauty, Asma Urdam Ananya Siddhim, the beauty which always enhance every moment, every moment, every moment. Not even stay alone, is always enhance. When Krishna entered in the arena of Kamsa, the beautiful women of Mathura, when they saw Krishna, who's carrying the tusk in his hand, because he just killed one elephant, and when he entered in the arena of Kamsa, the women of Mathura, seeing the beauty of Krishna in that state, they glorified the beauty, saying, Gopes tapam kim achrit, yad amusha rupam, lavanya saram asma urdam ananya siddhim, dirgvi pibyanto anuswam durapam, ekant dham yash shri aishwarasya. Oh, how beautiful is this person. That beauty, we don't understand. What gopis have performed austerities and they use present tense. That even now they are drinking the beauty of this beautiful person, Krishna. That beauty which always growing and growing and growing. So beauty of Krishna is Akshaya. The name of Krishna is Akshaya. Rishis, sages chanting this name from ages, they never get bored. The same name, Krishna, they never get bored chanting this from ages. Lord Ram, when he was in forest in Dandakarnya, the rishis there, Srila Gurudev used to say, chanting from thousands of years the Gopal mantra. And throughout the day, all times, we don't get bored chanting the same name. In our audience here, Shrimati Shamrani Didi, she's chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra from year 1965, I suppose. 1966. And now it's 2022. Imagine how many years. Since then, chanting same Mahamantra, she's not bored. She wants to chant this day and night, day and night, day and night, day and night. Because this is Akshaya. The bliss one extract from chanting, the bliss one relish. If a person begins to relish, cannot stop this. That bliss is Akshaya. So the name of Krishna is Akshaya. The beauty of Krishna is Akshaya. It never diminishes. It's always growing and growing and growing and growing. The qualities of Krishna is endless. It's so difficult to measure the length and breadth of ocean and the depth of the ocean. But even if a device comes and the scientists, they prove the length and breadth of ocean and the depth of ocean can be measured. But it's impossible, it's really impossible to measure the opulence of Krishna, which is Akshaya. And the qualities of Krishna, the beautiful qualities of Krishna, which is Akshaya. I'm not saying this. Evidence, Brahmaji is saying this. Srimad Bhagavatam. Janantam eva janantam kim bahuvakta name prabhu. Manasu vapushu vacha vaibhavam tava gocharam. The creator Brahmaji is saying, anyone who claims, I have measured the opulence of Krishna, the qualities of Krishna, let them speak. I don't believe their words. They're just speaking. Bak karta hai. But I, Brahma, the creator, can say this. I, one who has gone through Vedas 3 times with 4 heads, I cannot measure the opulence of Krishna. Because Yash Shri Aishwarasya, the embodiment of fame, beauty and opulence. Imperishable. So Akshaya. And the pastimes of Krishna, Ananta, also Akshaya. The pastimes of Krishna is Akshaya. Endless, imperishable, no limit. The Ananta, with thousands of his hoods, Ananta Shesh, with thousands of his hoods, trying to what's the word? Count or speak the pastimes of Krishna to finish it. But Srila Gurudev used to
mild smile on his face, and he used to say, he's trying a competition with Krishna. He wants to speak all the pastimes of Krishna with thousands of words. And the moment he finished, Krishna manifests more pastimes. And Ananta start again trying to measure or speak those. But Krishna manifests more pastimes. So it's competition. So endless pastimes. So pastimes of Krishna is also Akshaya. So that personality, Anadir Adir Govind, who is the cause of all causes, the cause of the entire universe, not this universe but infinite universes, is Akshaya. And we, part and parcel of Krishna. Mame vansho jiva loke jiva bhut sanatan. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. The knowledge given by Krishna is also Akshaya. It's not that Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna 5,000 years back only to Arjuna. And many people, I come across some people in India, they said, oh, that was for Arjuna only. He spoke to Arjuna. We have nothing to do with that. So foolish idea. Krishna didn't spoke Gita only to Arjuna. On the pretext of speaking to Arjuna, he spoke to all of us, every individual. Bhagavad Gita for everyone, irrespective of any caste, any color, and any religion. In entire Bhagavad Gita, there is where Krishna is saying is only for Hindus. There's not the word Hindu or Christian mentioned here. It's for everyone, entire humanity. Not only for Arjuna, for everyone. And everyone has adhikar, qualification to enter into that knowledge of Krishna, the vast knowledge. Where Krishna, that's what is Bhagavad Gita? It's a lecture of Krishna. But no, it's not a lecture, it's a Gita. Geet means song. Then why not the title is Bhagavad Gita? Yes. The title is Bhagavad Gita. And in Srimad Bhagavatam we hear Gopi Geet, Pranay Geet, Yugal Geet, Brahmar Geet, the song sung by the gopis. That's appropriate Geet according to Hindi. And this is Bhagavad Gita. Why A? So Geet means song and Ta means Tran. Tran means deliverance. The song for deliverance. That's why it's Gita. Whereas what gopis are singing, that's Geet, that's song. That is a very high domain. The separation, all the songs, mostly they are in separation from Krishna. Viraha. Viraha means a special form of union. A condensed form of union. It's getting a little philosophical. So, Gita, Krishna is what? Spoke to Arjuna is just a lecture for 48 minutes. And he spoke, say, approximately 600 verses. Bhagavad Gita is 700 verses. Sanjay is speaking, Dhritarashtra is speaking, but Krishna spoke almost 620, 600, something like that, in just 48 minutes, approx. So he spoke so much, but one point Krishna want Arjuna to speak something. Krishna insisted Arjuna to speak something. And what is that? It has a relation with Akshaya. Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma. What's the next line? Kaunteha Pratijani Name Bhakt Pranashati. O son of Kunti, declare this. My devotee never perish. And if Arjun can ask this question to Krishna, you speaking thoroughly, you speaking so nicely, and in this verse particularly, you already spoke 3 lines. Shipram bhavati dharmatma, forgetting the second one. Chandanti konteha pratijani name bhakta parnashati. Since you are speaking everything, you claim this, you promise this, you speak this, my devotee never perish. Why are you asking me to speak this? This is Akshaya. What? The devotees of Lord and the devotion, the bhakti of Lord is also Akshaya. No one can destroy bhakti and no one can destroy bhaktas. No one. Krishna announced this. He promised this. And he wants Arjun to take this promise, not himself. Why? Gurudev used to say, Krishna is very fond of making promises, and Bhagavad Gita is so many verses which speak the promises of Krishna. Ananyas chintamam jejana paripasate tesham nitya bhuktanam yokshem vahameham sarva dharman paritajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tam sarvapapebhyo mokshami ma shucha. Devi yash gunamai mam maya durataya mam evai pravadante maya vitam taranti te man mana mad bhakto madhyaj. All these verses is what? If we analyze this, is the promises of Krishna. He is giving us promise. Believe my word, because I'm not an ordinary person. I'm not a political leader who just want votes and adoration in my society. I am Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. I am the Lord of everyone. Matta Sarvam Pravartate. Everything emanates from me. Itti Matta Bhajante Bab Buddha Bhav Samarvita. I am Supreme Lord. And my promises never goes in vain. My promises are always Akshaya. But this particular promise, I want you, Arjun, to declare this. My devotee never perish. And if Arjun asks, why not you, Prabhu? You Supreme Lord, you claim. You can do this. Say no. Because sometime, in some very special circumstance, and that too, protect my devotee fame in the society, I sometimes break my promise. Because I'm always inclined towards my devotees. I don't know anybody else except my devotees. And Krishna said this to Durvasa in Bhagavatam. Sadhu hidi mayam, sadhu hidim tamham, mad anattatana jananti, naham tebhyo managapi. I reside in the heart of my devotees, and devotees reside in my heart. I don't know anybody except my devotees, and they don't know anybody except me. So, maybe 0.0001%, I can even break my promise, but that too also to keep the promise of my devotee, not for my fame, but to keep up the fame of my devotee. Maybe I can break this. But if you declare this, I will put all my endeavors to save this promise, because I want to show to the entire world my devotee never perish. When he say my devotee never perish means bhakti never perish. All other processes, all philosophies prevailing in the world. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, Prithvi te dharma name jato katha chale, bharpat kahe paripurna chale. All those philosophies prevailing in the world on the name of dharma, Bhagavad Dharma, they're all cheating propensity. They're just cheating. Only Bhagavad Dharma means the devotion to Lord, bhakti, is only sublime and pure method which never perish. Huh. So, bhakti is akshaya. Bhaktas are akshayas. Even Bhagavatam gives so much inspiration, because I came up with a question. Oh, what if I'm not able to follow my regular chanting every day, say 16 rounds? Then I feel my bhakti going down, and that give me that making me not inspired enough to start my chanting. Ma Shucha, don't fear. Carry on chanting your bhakti, your practices. Carry on without any failure. Every single day chanting. So, bhaktas chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritan arjuna. Arth, one who is in distress. Artharthi, materially motivated. Jnani, learned. And jigyasu, inquisitive. 4 categories of person Krishna says approach me with some pies, with some sukritis. And I take promise to save them from all dangers. Bhakti save us from all dangers. Krishna save us from all dangers. He helps us. He always helps to the bhaktas. Whereas in other processes, karma, jnana, yoga and all, Krishna is saying, I'm not taking any promise, any vow of saving you. But if you are inclined to my bhakti, then my hands raise. I'm ready to save you from all dangers. And this is the verse in Bhagavatam. Shutino patito dhyat adruto vanumodita sadhya punati sadharmo devit drobihi. Anyone who following Bhagavad Dharma, even the entire world or universe or even demigods get against that person, cannot harm him because of the strength of following Bhagavad Dharma, means following bhakti of Krishna. And how this Bhagavad Dharma can be followed? Explain. Shutino patito dhyan. Hearing about Krishna, speaking about Krishna, reading about Krishna, knowing about Krishna, is all auspicious. This simply is Bhagavad Dharma. Chant and be happy. That's Bhagavad Dharma. And Krishna says, I take promise. I will never allow my devotee to perish. My bhakti, always I preserve that. Now Shri Rupa Goswami Pad in Bhakti Samya Sindhu is giving some references from Bhagavatam and other to prove this, that how my bhakta never perish. First canto Bhagavatam. Shri Naraji instructing his dear disciple Shri Vedvyasi. Tvaktva sadharanam charanam bhajam hare bhajanopakka yadi yatra kavva bhadra bhud vishaya kim ko apt dharma sadharana. Anyone who has given up all other social duties and only giving priority to follow Bhagavad Dharma, what if he falls or if he dies before their perfection? What is the loss? What is the loss? Naraji is instructing to Vedvyaji, no loss. He still keep that hold on that. That's his asset, which will be carried forward with him in the next life. But anyone, any other person who's not giving importance to follow bhakti, devotion, and always maintaining or engaged in fulfilling social duties, varnashram dharma duties, what he gets in result? Nothing. Following Bhagavad Dharma means bhakti is so high than following the duties of varnashram. And Krishna, in the last, in Bhagavad Gita, he announced this. Give up all other duties and surrender unto me. Surrender unto me. If you think you're losing something or you incur sin by giving up duties to society, etc., Ma Shucha, don't worry. I'm here to protect you. Ma Shucha, aham tvam sarpapebhyo. I'm here to help you with that. Just focus on Akshaya, means bhakti. Anything related to Krishna, bhakta and bhakti, devotee, devotion and Krishna is all Akshaya. And anything which is apart from these three, they're all Shaya. They all have an end. Even happiness drive from eating, sleeping or enjoyment is all have end. Shaya. But the bliss one gets from serve Krishna is Akshaya. Endless. There is no end to that. Endless. And speciality is devotee never feel satisfied. Now, don't take this otherwise. Any ordinary person in this material world also feel unsatisfied and they always want to enjoy more and more because I'm not satisfied. But this unsatisfaction is very temporary in nature and very flickering in nature. But I'm speaking about that transcendental happiness which is called bliss. That transcendental happiness, bliss, has no end. And that's why devotee always inspired to serve my Lord, speak about Him, hearing about Him, reading about Him. This remains always unsatisfied and wants to do more and more. So this all process is Akshaya. So, to remember Krishna, and how to remember Krishna? Through his devotees, by hearing, coming to Jivya center and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from the lips of pure devotees. All those results is Akshaya, never get destroyed. It's endless. So best way to cultivate our Krishna consciousness, our bhakti, to come to the center, you don't have to do anything. Just drive, park, and come in. And devotees will take care of you. They will speak Harikatha to you. Means topics of Krishna. They will inspire you. They will encourage you. Make you chant, even if you don't want to chant, or even if you want to sleep in the class, but they will not allow you to sleep. They will make you dance. And after the festival, very delicious, transcendental food, Mahaprasad. Yes. So Mahaprasad is also Akshaya. It's also Akshaya. Gaur Premanande Vancha Kalparubhasya Kripasinto Vevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo. I knew Didi has some questions.
Okay. I have a couple of hard questions, which would be hard, but for you, I know that it's going to be easy.
No.
The first question is, you said that the difference between Geet, as in Gopi Geet, is that it's a song of separation, and it's in relation to that world in relation to that world, whereas Bhagavad Gita means the deliverance of the song. Now, I don't know if you meant he's delivering the song or his song's delivered.
No.
Deliver.
Deliverance for the jivas.
Right,
Song
okay,
for
so
the deliverance.
I'm glad you said that. Because my question
Because
is,
my English is not good.
I got it. So, your English is superb. Even if your English is not 100%, the difference between you and me is my English is great and there's nothing inside. Your English is 95% great and there's realization inside. And so my question is, you say that the Gita is for deliverance of the jiva, whereas Gopi Geet, Venu Geet, is songs of separation from the gopis to Krishna. So I would like to know that if you say that the difference of the Gita is that it delivers the jivas, so how come Uddhava said, Bande Nanda Brajestrinam Padarenam Abhikshana, that is Uddhava, who's the topmost devotee of Krishna outside of Vrindavan, and then he prayed to take birth as blades of grass or shrubs in Vrindavan so that the gopis' footprint, dust of their feet, can go on his head when they pass by to meet with Krishna. So why did he say that your Sanskrit is perfect, mine is not? So why did he say Nanda, Bande Nanda Brajestri Nam, and then Punati Bhuvanatraya, that their songs of separation deliver the whole three worlds? I know you can answer that. That's my first question.
Hard one. The songs of the gopis are sung in separation from Krishna. And she referred that verse, Vande Brajistrinam Padarenu Avikshana Yasam Hari Kathotkitam Punati Bhuvanatrayam. The songs of the gopis deliver three universes. Why Uddhavji said this? Because these songs, these 5 songs, these songs by Gopi in Bhagavatam, is the essence of complete Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the essence, came out from Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam, which is the essence of the Vedas, but there is something which is the essence of Bhagavatam, and that is the songs. So, in other words, with these songs which is mentioned in the Bhagavatam, can deliver the entire universe. If gopis crying in separation from Krishna, and in that separation they are embracing Krishna, means very condensed form of union, viraha, and the tears which is flowing from their eyes can inundate the entire world with the prema of Krishna. So Punati Bhuvanatrayam. And once upon a time, Srila Gurudev said, what kind of song of the gopis, what kind of katha of the gopis can deliver the entire universe? Gurudev said, the sarcasm of the gopis on Krishna, although it appears they are sarcastic on Krishna or criticizing him, but the glories of Krishna is present in them. Just like when the gopis said, I still remember that verse Gurudev quoted from Brahma Gita, Mrigayur eva kapindra vibdulubdha dharma istrim akrit virupam istajit kamana. That don't trust this black person. He's the one who killed the monkey, Bali. He's the one who made Surupnakha, the sister of Ravan, ugly. And he came as dwarf, Vaman, and he cheated Bali Maharaj. So don't trust this black. We don't trust this black person. But the commentary says, Uddhav asked this question. You're saying don't trust this black person, but the moment I came here, you're only speaking about that black person. Then don't speak about him. And that's the last line. Tad alam asis sakhi dustajyam tad kathartam. It is very difficult to give up his Hari Katha. Difficult to give up speaking about him. It's so difficult. So I don't know much, but I think if I'm able to make it, it's so difficult to make her satisfied. But you can reconcile with your superior knowledge than me. I'm just like a child.
Could this be a possible reconciliation that Krishna spoke? Just came to my head that Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to deliver the jivas.
That's what I said.
Right.
It's a song of deliverance.
Right. But the gopis didn't sing to deliver the jivas, they just happened to deliver the jivas. Would that be good?
No. The song which gopis are singing, that's for Krishna. But because this is the essence of Bhagavatam, that delivers all.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Same thing. Except yours is with realization. Okay, the second question is, you kind of answered it just now. But the second question is, you said that Krishna thinks that my promises are kept. But on a very rare occasion, in order to keep the promise of my devotee, like Bhishma had promised that I'm going to get Krishna to fight, and he said in the battle of Kurukshetra that I'm not going to fight, or to keep the promise of his devotee, to show that his devotees are always speaking the truth. He kept the promise of Brahma that Hiranyakashipu would neither be killed in the day or the night, and so on. So if you say that he hardly ever doesn't tell the truth and keep the promises, well then I would like to know, how come the gopi said don't believe that cheater? He's always lying to his mother and he's always lying to the gopis. I love you the most. He says that to every single gopi. So how do you answer that? I know you can do this.
Externally it appears Krishna is telling lies, but he never tells lies. Even he told lies to Mother Yashoda when he ate soil, that mud. But that's all about Sanskrit. The words have so many details, exterior meaning, interior meanings. Krishna said, boldly he said, Naham bhakshitam amba sarve mithya avishmasina yadi satya grahi samaksh paksh mein mukha. Oh mother, I have not eaten mud. I have not eaten mud. If you don't believe my words, they're all telling lies. All my friends telling lies. But if you don't believe my words, you can open my mouth and see. So this word naham means I have not eaten mud. But according to Sanskrit, I'm not familiar with Sanskrit. I just heard from the commentaries. So Sanskrit is not my language. So when we separate the word naham and we pronounce this word nam together, it makes a lot of difference. So when you sing naham, I have not eaten mud. And if we pronounce this word nam, means mother, what to speak of eaten mud? I have eaten the whole universe. The whole universe is in my stomach.
Wow.
So he's not telling lies there, but he's also telling lies. He's telling lies, but actually he's all truth one. He never tells lies. So according to Tattva and Rasvichar. So when Krishna comes to Radharani, say, no, I only love you. He's straight, what you say this? Straight lies. Whereas he's coming from Chandravali or other gopis. This is to exhibit the different varieties of Krishna. Even in that lies, even in those lies, there is some truth present. Even though when Krishna is with other gopis, see, I have no realization, please don't take me serious or don't take me wrong. When Krishna goes to other gopis, he always have Radharani. If Krishna is with Dwarika queens, he always remember Radharani. He never forgets Radharani. And plus, to exhibit varieties of Krishna, Rupa Goswami Pad told 96 varieties of Krishna. I don't know the appropriate word, so please forgive me for that. But there are four kind of heroes, nayakas. Dhira Lalit, Dhira Shant, Dhiro Dhat, Dhiro Dat. 4. And then Purna, Purnatar, Purnatam. Complete, more complete and most complete. 4 into 3, 12. Then Swakya and Parkya. 12 into 2, 24. And there are 4 additional where it says Dakshin, Anukul, Shat and Drishta. 24 into 4, 96. So when it says Drishta, Rupa Goswami was saying one who right away comes from one kunja with one gopi with marks on his faces, and he comes in the kunja of Radharani, and if she asks why you late or she asks any question, he openly tell lies to her. That hero is known as Drishta. But still, even after hearing lies from Krishna, she never, I don't know how to say this, she never,
Lessens her love, it increases.
huh?
She never lessens her
She,
love.
yes, exactly. She never, her love never lessens. It's always increase. It's always increase. So, maybe from external, from the Sanskrit word, it appears Krishna is telling lies. What is very skillful in speaking, that's his art. Yeah, he's the best artist. So according to the Sanskrit word what he used, many meanings can derive from that. So externally it may appear it's telling lies, but so I'm not familiar with Sanskrit, I'm sorry for that. But in that words, say what to speak of that? I'm telling always truth, I'm never telling lies. So I only gave one example of Mother Yashoda dealing with Krishna, but is also with when Krishna is speaking with Radharani and other gopis. I think.
I just want to say that since the next part of the program is going back to the beginning of the program, which is book sales, not sales, any number of books for any donation. But I'm going to ask, like if Maharaj signed your book, would that make a difference? We could put everything on his book. Why? Because these are all manifestations of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And as you can see from his potent discussion and class, he's very, very close to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So that's why.
She want me to leave now.
So he'll sign your book if you want. But just again, I'm just reminding everybody of this offer. Based on, many of you heard his class last night about the glories of Gadadhar Pandit, and association with Gadadhar Pandit and Radharani, and Radharani's, one of her chief maidservants, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, will all come in your heart through these books. And the very next part of the program is birthday blessings by Maharaj to Mayur. Mayur, can you raise your hand? Mayur, very beautiful young devotee from India by descent. And so Maharaj is going to give birthday blessings to Mayur.
Mayur is again Sanskrit Hindi word which means peacock. And you see peacock is so colorful. Yeah? Everyone wants to see peacock dancing. Right? So colorful. And Krishna wears peacock feather on his head. See? So wonderful devotee. We all are here to pray to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all of our acharyas, Supreme Lord here present, to invoke all auspiciousness in his life. So all devotees here, if you can gather some flowers and come forward. This is called, I'm going to recite some verses from Vedas, which is meant to invoke all auspiciousness. And in this way, we
Can
are
everyone come very close?
very
Mayor.
close, please.
Mayor. Mayor. Close to him. Yes.
Like you can stand around.
Mayor Prabhu ki.
Om Swasti no Govindaha Swasti no Chutananto Swasti no Vasudevo Vishnu Dadatu Swasti no Vainitayo Hari Swasti na Padmanabha Purushottamo Dadatu Swasti Swasti Sumangalai Kesho Mahan Shri Krishna Sachidanand Ghanaha Sarveshwareshwaro Dadatu Krishna Karotu Kalyanam Kansa Kunja Keshari Kalindi Jalkalola Hula Hala Kutuhalaha Madhvo Madhvo Vachihi Madhvo Madhvo Ridihi Smaranti Sadvaha Sarva Sarva Karyeshu Madhavam Labhastesham Jayastesham Kutastesham Parabhava Yesham Indrivarshamo Hidayastu Janardanaha Mangalam Bhagwan Vishnu Mangalam Madhusudana Mangalam Rishikeshwayam Mangalaya Tano Harihi Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Purushaya Matmane Hari Adbhut Singaya Brahmane Paramatmane Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Om Swasti Mangalam Bhavatu Kalyanam Bhavatu Krishna Bhakti Bhavatu. May you attain all happiness in material world and also bliss in spiritual world. And please come again and again. And we all very grateful to you because you came here, spent time with us, and we want you to come again and again. And today, Mayur, he sponsored the feast.
Yay, Mayor.
So keep clapping for him.
Yes. Vivo.
And Mayor, here's a birthday present for
She's
you.
giving
Yeah, my God.
transcendental president.
Yeah. I want to be your fan, Mayor.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to you. May you never take birth again. May you never take birth again. May you never take birth again. Blessed is the womb of a goat. Yeah,
Hare Krishna. Amazing. This is like previous life. You see, sometimes we don't see the gift that is given in one lifetime. This is from many lives. Maybe you collecting the ancestral credit.
yeah, I hope.
They gave to Krishna, and now Krishna comes to you.
Jai.
Okay, so Mala,
Well,
5 minute
but also, I think we're gonna have a shot inside. It's too, well, there's a kind of shade. Everyone in the hot sun. So after we sing Maha Mantra, everyone go outside. So I can put tarps down and sing, and then we'll come back in and have a shot.
Yashoda, probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish the other half.
How many minutes? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sing Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Oh Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare Bol.
Oh my God.
Maharaj ki
So,
Jai.
before we say the Prashad prayer, just a couple announcements. Again, thank you, Maharaj, so much for coming, livening us. Please keep Miami on your schedule 3, 4, 5, 6 times a year.
3, 4, 5 a week.
So, as you know, we have any amount of books and any post artwork for donation front. And please put, if anyone's new here, first time, please put your name on our roster so we can keep you updated. And I want to thank every Jagadish Prabhu, Mandana Prabhu, Mali, all the Riderman, all the ecstatic cooks today, and all of you for coming and bringing your amazing energy, and all of the Sevaks here who are constantly cleaning up, washing pots, just doing everything to keep GDO running. Thank you, Mayor, for coming and for having a birthday. This is your home in Miami.
And thank you, Vasanti, for always holding everything together here at GDO.
Yeah. Perishable.
So the rest of it, we're going to take Rashad inside.
The immortal Basante Dede.
And then
Yeah.
after we clean up and digest, and then we're going to go to Miami Beach for Harinam.
Joy ho.
13th and Ocean. We'll meet at the park at 13th and Ocean.
Where are we parking?
What
in?
time?
We're parking,
Oh, parking?
on like Washington somewhere. There's parking lots in
There's
Washington.
parking lots on Washington Boulevard.
13th and Ocean, Miami Beach, Sankirtan Harinam, book distribution. Don't be late.
He said you'd sign it.
Maharaji?
Dual.
Good.
Dual signature.